Hi guys, Jeff Gibby here. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching the video. One of the questions I've gotten consistently from customers over the last 21 years that I've been working with traders is, how do I find the right securities in the market? How do I find the best opportunities to trade? And with our MetaStock Explorer, which I'm going to show you today, is pretty easy to do. So the MetaStock Explorer is one of my favorite tools in MetaStock. I absolutely love it. As a trader, what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to focus on the best opportunities. And with 6,000 different tradable stocks here in the US, or however many that number might be in the area that you're watching with, how are you able to zero in on the stocks that have an actual opportunity right now in the market? And for you, that might be a little bit different. Maybe you're somebody that wants to go in and build a list of all of the stocks that kind of fit like a price and volume requirement. Or maybe you want to see which stocks are going up over the last 1 month or 3 months or 6 months or 12 months. Maybe you just want to find stocks that have a good MACD buy signal or a good engulfing bullish signals. All of these things can easily be accomplished by a MetaStock scanner. And I just want to show you in the next couple minutes how simple that is to do. So let's go ahead and start to play with it. I'm going to show you a couple of the scans that I use on a regular basis and how you can actually kind of use them as well with the MetaStock program to really get, again, to the best trades that are possible. So with the new scanner, one of the things that I really like is the ability to kind of go in and kind of set up the scans that you want that are your favorite scans. I want to say a couple of things about the scanner that I want you to be aware of. Not only are there hundreds of pre-built scans, you do have the ability to go in and very easily go ahead and put together scans that combine indicators and things like that. But for the purpose of the demo today and what I want to show you, I'm actually going to be working with some of the built-in scans that are available. So let's go ahead and kind of take a look here at the list. You'll notice in the scans that I got available, there's about 95 out of 483 selected. We're not going to run all of those scans today. Right here at the top with our new scanning engine, I've set a few of them that I call my favorite scans. Let's say, for example, I want to kind of build out a list or a scan of stocks that have broken through support or resistance recently. Okay, in MetaStock, that's a scan that's available. It's called the DT Support and Resistance Scan. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. I'm also going to look for performance on these. So I'm going to actually also select the performance. What the performance does is it'll go in and it'll tell us basically how much, which stocks have gone up the most over the last 1 day or 1 month or any set of periods. And you'll notice that there's two different versions of this. There's a performance daily or a performance monthly. Okay, and just to give you an idea of some of the other scans, we're not going to, those are the two that we're going to run today, but I want you to kind of see the list of scans that are included here in MetaStock. And I will tell you that I've been using MetaStock for about 21 years right now. And so I have a lot of scans that I've built over the years. They're incredibly easy to put together. In MetaStock, you're going to get a lot of scans that are pre-built as well. So anything that you're looking to scan, even if it's like, hey, I want to find an engulfing bullish signal or I want to find an engulfing bearish signal, you're going to be able to find those. So I've got the scans up here that I want to run against. We've got our DT support and resistance long-term and our Equus performance daily. And what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to go ahead and select what list I want to scan. One of the best things about the scanner is the availability of data. So, and what I mean by that is if I just kind of show you this list, with Reuters, what we have is we have about 396,231 symbols that are available. And so what that means for you is if you're watching this video and you're in India right now and you want to be able to follow Indian stocks, or maybe you're in London, maybe you're interested in Forex or futures, whatever it is that you're actually interested in, you're going to be able to track here. In the case of us, we're located here in Salt Lake City. For me personally, I usually like to focus on equity options, and particularly those that are equities, and particularly those equities that are optionable. And you'll notice right here, just by coming into this list, we do have a list of all of the U.S. optionable stocks. So I can scan that whole list just by go ahead and check marking here. And again, we're looking for stocks that have recently broken through support or resistance, and we're going to look at also the performance of those. So I'm going to go ahead and scan that, start the exploration for that. and it's going to kind of bring up the new exploration dialog box. You'll see right here with the running man, it's running the DT support and resistance longer term. And right here, you've got the Equus Performance Daily. We're going to speed this up a little bit with the magic of editing, but it's only going to take about 30 seconds to a minute to run. So now those scans are done, and now what I've been able to do is I've been able to, as you see, go through the 4,300 optionable stocks, and I can now see which ones have recently broken through a support or resistance level with the scan I've selected. The second scan right here is the Performance Daily. It also allows me to see which stocks are going up or down fast. So let's take a look at the support and resistance long term. Right now, what you're going to be able to see is there's 2,172 stocks that have actually kind of come through as breaking through a support and resistance at some time in their history. 2,000 have been rejected. In other words, they didn't meet any definition of a longer support or resistance breakdown. Okay. Here you've got the name of the instruments, and if we wanted to find stuff that have broken up recently, let's say within the last couple of days, what I can do is I can actually sort it on this breakup column. So right here, if I sort it on this column, you'll see that Rice MDST part actually broke through resistance. This 586 means basically that happened 586 bars ago. And since we did a scan on a daily basis, that basically means it was about 586 days ago, which is a little bit more long-term than I want to be looking at. So what I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be looking for the stocks that just recently broke, either up through support, or up through resistance, which you can see right here, or down through resistance, which would be right here in this breakdown column. So if we go down just a little bit, so if I'm looking for stuff that have broken up through its resistance levels in the last day, instead of looking at the 4,300 optionable stocks that are available, I literally can look at just these half a dozen or so that have a 1 in this column. Really, it does allow you to kind of focus again on the opportunity. And as a trader, that's what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to focus on those stocks that have an opportunity. Because let's face it, with 4,389 options out there, there's a lot of issues that just don't have an opportunity. So the ability to go in and programmatically find those stocks that have an opportunity, it's one of my favorite features of MetaStock by far. The Performance Daily scan, this scan basically is a little bit different. What it allows you to do is it just basically goes through the securities and tells you how much they've moved. In this particular case, this column right here is going to tell you how much it moved over 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, 10 days, 30 days, and 60 days. And so if I then sort by the last 5 days, what I can see is the stocks that have moved up the most or down the most over the last 5 days. So if I want to find stocks that are accelerating due to a trend, this is a great way to be able to go in. For example, galectin therapy has moved up 51% over the last 5 days. Viviv Medic Corporation has moved up 36% over the last 5 days. Severa 31%. You get the idea. Depending on what you want to find, you're going to be able to find just about anything you want technically with the stock, whether that's a MACD buy signal, a Bollinger Band buy signal, the performance of a stock, which stocks have broken through support or resistance or trend lines. Those things are all very, very easy to do with MetaStock. And again, it's one of my favorite tools because it allows you to focus on those opportunities that make sense. One of the other things that you can do with the scanner is, let's say, for example, you want to find stocks that have a MACD buy and have a Bollinger Band buy. With that, what you can do is you can actually select both of those explorations and run it through the filter scan. It'll go through the list and find all the ones that have a MACD. Take those, filter out the ones that then have also a Bollinger Band buy signal. It's a fantastic tool. Our customers have been loving it for years. It's one of the reasons that I believe MetaStock's been rated #1 in its price category every single year for the last 24 years. So thanks for watching the video. I hope it's helpful for you. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.